Good morning, guys. It's me again, obviously. Uh, so in the last video, I gave my brief predictions for the NBA season. Basically season preview, who I think is going to go, who's going to make the playoffs, who's not. I'm going to do virtually the same thing for the NFL because that season's also coming up. Now, if you guys are looking for one for the NHL, don't expect one because I don't know anything about hockey. Okay, I know a little bit. I know that, the point of the game, and but I don't know any of the big players except for Ovechkin. I think that's how you say his name. But no, I don't do hockey. I'll watch it. I'll watch the Red Wings just because it's a Detroit sports team, and I hope they win. But no, it's my three sports are baseball, basketball, football, and then golf. But the team sports is baseball, basketball, and football. And baseball is coming up to an end. So it's hard to do a season preview for a thing that's already going on, and it's almost done. So anyway, for the NFL, yes, preseason is going on right now. The Lions just had their first preseason game yesterday. They lost by 2. Yeah, that was disappointing. I bet on them, and they lost. However, it was just preseason, so I'm gonna start doing preseason. Not preseason. I'm gonna start doing pregame, game plans type of thing, or previews before each Lions game, probably on the Saturday or Friday. Maybe no. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Probably Thursday. Yeah. Yes, because I think I started doing that last year. Yes, every Thursday I'm going to do a game day preview. If it's a Thursday game, I'm going to do it on a Monday. So I think the only Thursday game we have is Thanksgiving. So if it's a Monday game, I'll probably still do it on Thursdays just to keep a regular schedule. So yeah, I'll probably do the 49ers Lions preseason game. I mean, not preseason, pre-game video probably on that Thursday before the 12th, which is coming up. Anyway, overall, for the NFC, I gotta make sure I know all the NFC teams. It's not like the NBA where it's just East and West. It's NFC and AFC, and they're all over the country. I think that this year is going to be a good year. I think it's going to be a fun year. I don't think anybody is going to run away with the number one seeds or anything like that. There are 4 or 5 teams each conference, I think, that can win the conference. All right. So for the NFC, we'll start with that. Like I said, they're going to keep the 7-game team playoff from each side. So the number 1 seed in the NFC, I'm going to say, I'm going to go to the Super Bowl champs. I'm going to go with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. They got the same team returning. Basically, yeah, virtually everybody that was in the Super Bowl that won last year is on the team this year, and they're only going to get better. And you never want to bet against Tom Brady. So I got the Buccaneers on the number 1 seed. Number 2 seed, I got the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is actually going to play, and I think this is going to be his last dance, as people are saying. So this is his last year in Green Bay. And it could be for Devonta Adams as well, and probably a lot of other players. And Aaron Rodgers may retire after this year. We don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers this year. He said he thought about retirement throughout his holdout, and who knows? But it's looking like this is for sure last year in Green Bay. Whether it's his whole career, we're just going to find out after the season. But I think he's going to try to make the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously every team is going to try to, but I think he really wants the Super Bowl because he might retire after this year and go become the Jeopardy host. So yeah, I got the Packers at number 2 seed. Number 3 seed, I got the Los Angeles Rams. Now, many of you are wondering, why the hell do I have the Rams? Well, this NFL offseason, really didn't have a lot of major moves. The biggest one, I believe, unless I am just forgetting things, which is probably the case. I just woke up like a few minutes ago, so my brain ain't working right now, so I could be missing a big move here and there, but I mean, all I know is Deshaun Watson is still a Texan. He was in training camp, and I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's going to play with the Texans week 1, but other than that, it's the Matthew Stafford trade. That's, I think, the biggest one. And Stafford, I feel like the Rams were a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. They got a stacked elite defense. And now they got a guy who can sling it in Stafford. And I think they're going to have an amazing year. Now, losing Cam Akers, that was a blow. That was a blow. But that offensive line is still pretty decent. And as long as they can pick up a decent running back, and I don't know who their backup is. I can't remember right now. I think they're going to have a really good year. So I got them as the 3rd seed. That's the 4th seed. I got... You guys ready for this? The Arizona Cardinals. Yes, I got the Arizona Cardinals being the 3rd seed. Now, this NFC West could have all 4 teams make the playoffs. This could make history. I mean, all 4 teams are stacked. I mean, I could really see at least 3 teams coming out of the West. But I got the Arizona Cardinals being the 4th seed. The 5th seed, wait, that can't be possible. Division winners get the top seed. Oh, that's right. NFC West team is going to have to be a 4th seed. Oh, shit, I totally forgot about that when I was making my predictions. That division winner, and how bad record is, will get the 4th seed. At the very least, they get the top 4 seeds. Shit, now I gotta rethink this. Top 2 seeds are fine, because they're both different divisions. Thursday, I want to stay with the Rams. I think the Rams will win the NFC West. My reason being, like I said, they got Stafford. They got an elite defense. Our offense should put up at least 25 a game. Arizona, they got a decent offense with DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. The defense is alright. It's not as good as the Rams. I mean, they got good players on the defensive side. It's just, I don't think it's as good as the Rams. Seattle, their defense isn't as what it used to be. Russell Wilson is frustrated. His offensive line sucked, and they didn't really do anything significant to improve it. So I think he's going to... I can see the Seahawks making the playoffs. I just don't see them winning the division. And the 49ers, I don't know who their quarterback is going to be. It's probably going to be Jimmy Garoppolo to start, then Trey Lance. But we don't know how well that's going to work out. I mean, they got a really good defense, but I don't know how well that's going to work. So I think if there's a team that's going to miss the postseason in the NFC West, I'm going to say it's the 49ers. And that may just because they need a spot for the NFC East team. I can see all 4 teams having a winning record, or at least a 500 record. So yeah, I got the Rams at the 3rd seed, and then I'm going to say the World Football Team is going to win the division this year. Again, they got actually a really, really good defense. They really do. And their offense has some young pieces. I mean, Terry McLaurin, who's their wide receivers? I know they got Scary Terry, They got Antonio Gibson as the running back. They got a decent offensive line. They just needed a quarterback last year. They kept going through quarterback after quarterback and quarterback. And now they got Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tyler Heineke, who played well in the playoff game. But I'm just saying that it's going to be a toss-up, I feel like, between the Cowboys and the Washington football team. The Eagles are going to suck this year. Sorry, Tyler. And the Giants are also going to suck this year. I know Dak Prescott's going to be back. And I know they got that team. But I'm calling right now, it's going to be the World Football Team. The Washington Football Team. Hopefully they say they got a name. Hopefully it's something good. That, it's not like the Cleveland Indians who changed to the Guardians. I mean, come on now. Guardians? What? But yeah, I got the WFT winning the NFC East, being the 4th seed. 5th seed, I got the Arizona Cardinals. There we go. Next available seed. Yeah, I just see them making the playoffs this year. And then the 6th seed, I got the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like they're going to make the playoffs here. Russell Wilson's going to do his thing, even with a bad offensive line, and win at least 10 games and go to the playoffs as a 6th seed. 7th seed, Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will make the playoffs. See, it was a toss-up between the Cowboys or the Vikings. Because the Vikings also, they got a really decent team. I mean, Kirk Cousins, I know he's not like that elite quarterback, but they got Dalvin Cook. They got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, Irv Smith. Their defense got some pieces. I think they got Patrick Peterson. You know what? I'm changing it. I don't think the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs this year. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I don't think your guys are going to make the playoffs this year. I think the Minnesota Vikings will. I think two teams are going to come out of the North, and I think the Minnesota Vikings will make the 7th seed. Yes. The Cowboys will probably have a winning record, maybe 9-7 or 9-8. And I feel like a lot of teams are going to be 9-8, but not make the playoffs. I know that I just don't like the Cowboys too. So I guess that's my reasoning. I kind of biased. I don't like the Cowboys. But I just think that two teams are going to come out of the North. One team's going to come out of the West. East. 3 out of the West, and 1 out of the South. I think that's how it's going to go in the NFC. And I have the World Football Team. I gotta stop saying World. Washington Football Team. So yeah, that's my NFC predictions. I'll tell you who I think is going to come out of the NFC in the Super Bowl after I do the West. Sorry, let's do the West. The number 1 seed, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. It's no-brainer. Patrick Mahomes and that team. I got Kansas City Chiefs. The number 2 seed. Last year was the Bills. This year's going to be the Ravens. I think the Ravens will win their division. Because I think the Steelers are going to have a drop-off. I know Big Ben's returning. But they had a weak schedule last year. That's why they went 12-4. I don't see them doing that this year. And I think Baltimore is... I think Lamar Jackson is going to get his team together. And I think they're going to win the division. And I think they're going to be the 2nd seed. The 3rd seed, I got the Buffalo Bills. Again, I was a toss-up between the Buffalo Bills and all that. But I think Buffalo Bills will have a really good season. But I think it's going to come down to just, points. That's, going to come down to it. I don't know how the works, but I think it's going to come down to just that, to which gets the 2nd and 3rd seed. But I think the Bills are going to be the 3rd seed. Then the 4th seed, This is the AFC South. No. Yeah, AFC South. See, this is a toss-up because I don't know how significant Carson Wentz's injury is. I've heard that he may be ready to go for Week 1. He may miss some time. If Carson Wentz plays the most of the season, the Colts will have a good season. I think Carson Wentz will have a rebound here because they actually got a good offensive line. They got Jonathan Taylor, a really good running game. They got a decent defense. And I think that he'll have a rebound here. But it depends how long he's out. Because the Tennessee Titans also got a really good team. Ryan Tannehill, ever since he came to the Titans, he's had a really good career with the Titans. They got Derrick Henry, running back king. They just added Julio Jones. Another weapon to A.J. Brown. I know they lost Corey Davis, but Corey Davis is a really good wide receiver. I know he's younger, but right now, if they're win-now mode, I'd rather have Julio than Corey Davis. Could have been cool if they had that trio. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and Corey Davis. But A.J. Brown, Corey Davis. I see the Titans winning. I see the Titans winning it again. I think, because Titans won it last year, and Indianapolis Colts and Titans had the same record. Just I think they beat them more. Yeah. Titans last year went 5-1 in the division. Colts went 4-2. I think it's going to come down to that. I think the Tennessee Titans and the Colts will have a similar year record-wise again. And I think it's going to come down to the division record. And I think the Titans will have a better division record. So I'm going to go with the Titans. That's the 4th seed. The 5th seed, I got the Cleveland Browns. I think they're going to have a really good year again this year, just like they did last year. I see them being the 5th seed. 6th seed, I got the New England Patriots. I think Bill Belichick's going to get his team together, and they're going to make the playoffs as 6th seed. I never want to count out Bill Belichick. It's rare to see his team not make the playoffs, and it's rare to see him miss it twice. So I'm going to say they're going to make the playoffs as 6th seed. 7th seed, I got the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be a shocker to everybody. The Dolphins went 10-6 last year. I think Brian Flores is doing a really good job down there. And I think that Tua is going to grow. I think he's going to learn from his mistakes from his rookie campaign. And I think he's going to come back. And I think he's going to play well. They got some good pieces down there. They really do. That defense is pretty good. That defense is good. I know the deal with Xavier Howard. I think that's his name. I think that cornerback. But their defense is still going to be really good. And their offense should put up points. I think Tua's, like I said, going to have a bounce back year in the sophomore season. And I think they're going to get the 7th seed. Wait a minute. I think I just did it again. I forgot about the Colts. Because if I think they're going to have a similar record, I think the Colts will make the... Yeah, you know what? Scratch the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Colts. Colts are going to get the 7th seed. I forgot about the Colts. And I forgot I said that they're going to have similar records, which I think they will. It's going to come down to division record. I think it's whoever's going to win the South, the AFC South. But I think 2 teams will come out of there. And I think the Colts will have a good season as long as Carson Wentz stays healthy and he plays. So yeah, my playoff teams for the AFC: number 1 seed Chiefs, number 2 Ravens, 3 seed Bills, 4 seed Titans, 5th seed Browns, 6th seed I got the Patriots, 7th seed I got the Colts. The Colts and Patriots could flip-flop seeds, but I feel like that's going to be the 7 playoff teams this year. Just missing the playoffs, I got the Dolphins having a winning record, but missing the playoffs. I have... If Deshaun plays for the Texans for the whole season, I see the Texans having a near 500 record. I got the Raiders having a near 500 record, Chargers near 500 record, and then after that, teams are just going to suck. So yeah, there's the AFC and NFC. Now, there's a lot of teams that I would love to see in the Super Bowl. One being my Lions, but they're going to be terrible. I'll be happy if they win more than 4 games, or win 4 games. But for the NFC, I can see the Packers, I can see the Buccaneers, and I can even see gotta make sure I don't have an AFC team. I can even see the Los Angeles Rams in there. I think that's just me wanting to see Stafford win a Super Bowl before his career is over. He deserves it because of what he had to go through in Detroit. But no, I think that the team. Okay, what I want to see in the Super Bowl is the Rams and the Chiefs. I think that's going to be a really fun matchup. What I think it's going to be is it's going to be history. It's going to be the same 2 teams in a Super Bowl that it was the year before. I think it's going to be the Buccaneers and Chiefs again. And I think this time the Chiefs are going to win. I'm going to say the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl this year. But that would be history, though. I don't think the same 2 teams have made the Super Bowl twice in a row. I know one team has made it twice in a row, but I don't think the same 2 teams in the next season made the playoff. I mean, the Super Bowl. I think I think that'd be kind of cool to see. But like I said, there's a lot of teams that could have a really, really good year and can make the Super Bowl. I mean, I can see the Packers in the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Buccaneers, you don't want to count on Tom Brady. I can see the Rams from the NFC side, AFC side. I can see the Chiefs. I can see the Bills. I can see even the Ravens. So there's a lot of possible matchups. I feel like that could be happening in the Super Bowl. But what I think is going to happen is I think it's going to be the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. What I want to see is the Rams in the Super Bowl at the very least. I want to see Stafford have his chance at the Super Bowl. Although I would not mind, even this matchup, I would not mind the Browns and the Packers. I feel like that'd be an interesting matchup in the Super Bowl. Or the Ravens and the Rams. It's all speculation, but my thinking is I think it's going to be Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again and Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl again. And they're going to face off against each other. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be a 31-9 or whatever it was. It's not going to be that type of game. I think it's going to be both high-scoring games. I think it's going to be that type of game. All right, that's my NFL preview. A little bit on the Lions. Like I said, I don't expect much this year. 4 games tops, maybe 5 if they make an upset, win an upset. But no, I don't really expect much this year. All I'm looking for this year is for us to actually have competitiveness. Like, are they being competitive? Each game, are they in the game? Just they're not going to win it, but they're being competitive. They're not getting just dominated. I want to see us just be out there and have fun. I want this to be competitive. I mean, I just said that a bunch of times. Because the past 3 years with Patricia, it just showed we just didn't, have competitiveness. And we just didn't have, resilience at all. Like, whenever we got down by more than 7 or 2 scores in the Matt Patricia era, it just seemed like our guys just gave up. I know if you ask them, they said, "Oh, we never gave up. We fought to the very end." I just think you can see it in their body language. You can see it in their body language that they just gave up. And I don't want to see that from them this year. They're going to be down double digits. They're going to be down 2 scores a lot of times this year. I just want to see how they're going to handle that. And if it shows that they never gave up, and it shows that they actually try to come back and they're competitive, and they only win 4 or 5 games, I'll be freaking happy with this year. I also don't want to see a lot of injuries. I'm interested to see how Jared Goff plays this year. A lot of people are doubting him. But I mean, obviously, if the Lions go to the playoffs, I'd be ecstatic, but that's just not going to happen. But still, obviously, I'm going to root for them to win every single game because I'm a fan. But it'll just be nice to have football back. But I don't expect much from the Lions this year. I think that this year is just going to be getting used to the new coaching staff, getting used to the new team. Once the contracts that we had before, like the Stafford contract and those, will go away. This offseason, we should have a ton of money. And I think we should spend and go all in next year. And then that's when I think the year we should be a playoff team. It's not this year, but next year after the offseason. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think was going to happen in NFL. If you haven't seen an NBA video, go, my channel. It should be the video before this one. And tell me how you think the NBA season is going to go in there. And, yeah, the next video you'll see will be the Tigers' one-season rebuild. I'll either do that tonight or tomorrow morning. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.